Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E, put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grapes. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtapes. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through them transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Put fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust. Boy turned to shine the king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shaved the extras, that's business starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time stop.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah, what up? Repping your brother Versagear, aka Plastic Pack. Happy New Year, everybody. Smash that like button.
Honeybook completely changed how I do business. I'm a photographer.
I know we're about to get to it, man.
It's a fact. Running your own business is hard. But don't make it harder than it
I'm
has.
talking about the real shit, man. Not it, man.
Glitch the guarantee. E&E.
Our culture at all.
2020 got me seeing something.
We don't talk about this.
Put your boy shit. Northern Glitch.
You already know what it is. Last one, 2020. Let's go.
You cool, nigga.
Able Talk Media.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these plenty trees. Don't break the code, this family. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat, is it Japanese? Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher with shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Cause I'm the bomb, atomic. These rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Poor looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfecting my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe brain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
You already know what it is, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You gotta get straight to it. You know, to it, but to do it. And you know we're gonna do it like we used to, like smash that like button. Hey man, listen here, man. Happy New Year, man. 2024 going into 2025. We ain't playing no games, man. We ain't sparing no nothing, man. You hear me? 2024 and forward going into 2025. When it comes to this FBA stuff, man, we own it. And listen here, man, to anybody that's watching and listening out there, all my brethren and sisters, right? We have to take control of what's going on with this beautiful thing that I love watching. I love seeing it personally. You dig? And what we cannot do, absolutely cannot do, is we cannot allow anybody else to determine or define what FBA is. Because you got some people out there right now, like fuck FBA as a staff record label and as a crew. And if you want to be down with FBA, then fuck you too. Rick the Shade, fuck you too. Lord Jamar, fuck you too. That's the energy I'm getting from a lot of people, man. And sadly enough, it's a lot of so-called black people. Right now, it may be some of the that y'all call tethers, but I'm gonna say it's a mixture of the tethers and some Benedict Arnold ass FBA people, right? Because you gotta understand, man. Although I love it, I love what I'm seeing, the unity, the camaraderie, the getting on code. I love it. It's beautiful. I want to see more of it. But one thing I want to say moving forward is we can't allow people to be called divisionists or separatists because we call out those amongst us. And but what I will say is this: when it comes to calling out those amongst us, we do it on our platforms. We do it on our platforms. We're gonna hold our brothers and sisters together on our platforms. We're not gonna go to none of these other people's platforms to say crazy stuff about our brothers and sisters. Right? Check what I'm about to say. We're gonna say the crazy stuff about our brothers and sisters on our platforms. You see the difference? Like I say, y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna always say it. If anybody is going to capitalize off of our perceived and or actual trauma, it might as well be us. Now, crazy as that sounds, is some real stuff, and I say that for one reason only, because when we keep it within us, all the money that's generated comes to us. And when we finally get all the way on code where we need to be, can be, that's when we start figuring out how we're going to use this money, man, and use the money to create programs, right, that help people with their cognitive skills and true FBA type stuff, man. True unity type stuff. Sage Mo, what's happening, man? Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, man. Pull up, roll up. I'm chilling at the crib. Y'all see what I'm doing. Listen, I'll be 43 next Wednesday, man. My whole years of going out, hanging out on New Year's Eve, getting drunk, getting high, going to bars, going to people's crib, man, listen, that shit is over with. Unless I'm going to like one of my homies, one of my brothers, or my family's crib to kick it on a night like tonight, yeah, I'll probably be at the crib, man. I got invited to a couple of functions, but I mean, you know, I just don't feel like going nowhere, man. I feel like just chilling in the crib, chopping it up, and doing this show like what I'm doing right now. Right? And I'm just chilling, you know? Feeling great, man. You know? And we're going to have this show, man. Yeah, at the crib, I say, listen, man. Listen here, man. I've been seeing people post on Facebook all day. Seems like a real living room-ish type of New Year's Eve, like a real bedroom-ish type of New Year's Eve. Like a chilling at the crib, doing the live stream, chopping it up with my brethren and sister about this real hip-hop FVA shit stream. Now, going into 2025, we going in. Because as we go into 2025, this rhetoric right here, it ain't letting up. So we can't let up. Matter of fact, we got to go 10 times harder. Pause. Right? We got to go 10 times more. And the reason why I'm having the show tonight, right? And the only reason why we're a little bit late, because, you know what I'm saying, I had dozed off for a little bit and I had to make me something to eat. So I had to make something to eat real quick because I don't like doing a stream on an empty stomach. Right? So we here right now. Damn, Patrick, what's happening, man? Happy New Year, brother. And I wanted to have this conversation on this last day of 2024 because it represents so much. This has been a pretty tumultuous, crazy, wild year. Lots of crazy things have happened and transpired. And I can only say that 2025 is going to be even more intense. Buckle up. Let's get it, right? But tonight, I want to have this show because it involves another member of the legendary hip hop crew, SADAT X. Brand Nubian SADAT X. Right? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. SADAT X was always my favorite guy out of the group. I'm not saying that SADAT is the best out of the group. That could be argued. But he's always been my favorite member of Brand Nubian, right? Does his recent antics change that? No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't know SADAT X. I haven't heard him say anything. I don't know if he has his own platform. So no, not really. I'm gonna always look at him as the funny voice nigga from Brand Nubian, right? Whose delivery was just so raw. You feel me? Straight hip hop. And all of this stuff about him going along and agreeing with Fat Joe, which, could be argued, right? We're going to, of course, take a look at the video. But I wanted to have this show on tonight, especially for lots of reasons that most people probably not even thinking when it comes to this show, right? When it comes to this topic. Yeah, when I blow up the spot with SADAT, right? Let me just say this, man, because this is the actual underlying theme of the show, and this is why I didn't put it in the hashtag and the title or any of that. The underlying theme of this show was censorship. Now, if y'all pay attention to what I've been telling y'all since I've been on YouTube, censorship is the order of the day. And what's happening is they're going to get us to silence ourselves in many different ways, right? Let me pull up this. Let me pull up this picture for y'all real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know, man, it's 2025 and beyond, man. We grinding and growing, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, man. Right? Now we got our brother SADAT X. And don't make no mistake, he's our brother. Right? Understand that. He's our brother. Well, I say, man, we gotta ain't nothing wrong with chastising correcting our own, man. We gotta do it on our platforms, though. You did. That's the only thing, y'all. Right? You did. Yeah, this is just wild. Right? On so many levels. It's wild on so many levels, man. Right? Oh, that's the homie right there. Okay. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick, y'all. All right. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, y'all. Now listen. Right? Now, y'all probably wonder why this picture is on the screen, right? And why this is what I chose to use for a thumbnail. You know, I'm about to tell y'all right now. What's his name? That's his name. Very interesting, right? Let me pull this article up real fast. I'm talking about it get crazy out here, man. Right? Now, this guy right here, hold on real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. Oh, my bad, real quick. Man, oh man, the plot thickens, Jack. You hear me? The plot thickens, Jack. All right, so we got SADAT X, our brother SADAT X, 1/3 of classic. I'm talking about classic veteran. You hear me? Legendary hip hop crew. You understand me? Brand Nubian. I use this as a thumbnail for a reason. Now, how many of y'all know who this guy is? Standing next to him. Right? How many of y'all put a number 11 in the chat if you know who this guy is right here to his left or our left, who this guy is? Right? This guy's name is Juan Epstein. Right? Now, you know I looked into this, right? And as of yet, nah, it's not Paul Rosenberg. That's this dude right here, not this guy, but this guy right here, Juan Epstein. Right? You know? Juan Epstein has the longest running and most beloved hip hop nerdcast on the planet. He's been in the Hot 97 studio for quite some time. Right? I mean, that is Rosenberg from Hot 97, but I'm not talking about Rosenberg. I'm talking about this guy right here, Juan Epstein. Right? Now, y'all know I was sitting up here doing my due diligence, and I didn't come up with anything, right? But I also didn't put that much time into really trying to find out who he was, or should I say, I didn't have that much time to really do it, because by the time I realized what type of digging I was going to have to do, I said, hold on, man, I got stuff I got to do. You know what I mean? So I'll get back with y'all on this Juan Epstein guy. but he has the longest running nerdcast on the planet. A hip hop nerdcast. Correction, Dan Patrick. He's a Spanish Khazarian. And I just think it's quite interesting. I don't know, Sage Mo. Anything I say regarding what I'm talking about is all my opinion, my belief. It is not based in any facts that I can prove or validate, right? But what I am going to say is what I've been looking at so far. Oh, this Juan Epstein guy is not no small fry, and he's very well connected with the big ups over there at Hot 97, right? Right? Shout out to my brother XL Pro in the building, man. Happy New Year, everybody. Hot 97 is owned by a conglomerate holding company known as Mediaco Holdings. Right? And right? And it just gets crazy, man. But anyway, right? Right? Not Thought 97. So, the name instantly just drew my attention. And the little bit of digging that I've done thus far, this guy, Juan Epstein, ain't no small fry. He's very well connected. So it just was interesting to me that SADAT X, is taking his picture with them, but he was on his Nerdcast. And for copyright purposes, going into 2025, y'all, we doing still images and audio only. We're only doing video if it's like certain type of stuff. But when it comes to certain platforms, man, that copyright stuff, they ain't playing with that stuff, man. Even news outlets is being real funny style about stuff like that. So going into 2025, y'all, we doing still images with the audio, depending on the copyright connection to it. You dig? So recently, SADAT went on the platform, right? And it's crazy, man. It's right. Let's go. Now, this was 10 years ago, right? Everybody went on Juan Epstein's show. Onyx, right? Onyx went on there and everything. Let's listen to a little bit of it. Let's go. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page. This is SADAT X on Juan Epstein's Hot 97 Nerdcast with him and Rosenberg from Hot 97. Let's go.
I think so. I don't know. Why? What do you mean? He owes me per diem.
Oh, yeah. I might owe save some per diem money from back then.
Hey, so where does
From Loud.
is that? When did you do stuff for them? Oh, during SADAT's promo.
Oh, little Kim. Okay. Y'all want the knowledge?
Give us the knowledge.
I'm gonna give you the knowledge.
Please do.
Before Little Kim, before that call came for Little Kim, the SADAT X call came. And I went on the road with my friend here, SADAT X.
Yep.
California, boot camp, alcoholics.
Word.
One more group. Boot camp, alcohol, exhibit.
Exhibit was there, hell yeah. And what was KMD? Was that?
No, it was like, you know who was there? Like Phil the Agony.
Yeah, Phil was there. I remember Phil.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for Wild Cowboys time. This is album time.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it
For
was
Loud.
yeah.
Yep. For Loud, Joint. Wild Cowboys.
Right, yep. And we went on this tour, like it was like this run in like middle of Cali. And I did like 2 or 3 shows, and for some reason got a call into the room and was told I had to go back home.
Why?
I don't know.
Why'd you fire Sipes?
I didn't do it. I think that was on Loud, man. I don't, because I was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? It was a strange run, though, because it was in the middle of Cali. You know, like, it wasn't LA, and it wasn't like the Bay. It was just like a middle funny part. Yeah.
No, I got fired in LA, though.
You did?
I remember
you actually do any shows, though?
2.
You did 2 shows.
2. We stayed at the Montrose. Because I still stay there to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Because of
Every
that.
time I walk in the lobby, I'm like, this is where Derek X. You know, the reason why I say Derek X because
So where do we start with Sadat, Saif? What do you want to do here?
I'm telling you right now, I've told this to Pooba. I probably told you too. Brand Nubian is the reason why I am who I am. I'll tell you that right now. DJ wise is Premier. And like, you know, Pete Rock. But knowledge wise and what got me out of my just being boring and not into anything is Brand Nubian. With the knowledge they were spitting alongside reading the autobiography of Malcolm X is what changed my life at 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, that's all I need to hear from that dude talking about that bullshit Alex Haley version of the Malcolm X autobiography, man. Right? So this Juan Epstein, I'm gonna look into who his peoples is, man. You know, that name Epstein is just, you know, it raises flags. I'm gonna just say that, right? But let's get to our brother Sadat X, man. Sadat X is, you know, been doing the rounds on social media, man, social engineering. And, you know, he said some egregious things, you know, regarding FBA and in defense of Fat Joe and whatever the situation may be. We're going to get to it. Shout out to this brother right here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go subscribe to the brother. Wayno, you did. I like how he talked about this, and we're going to talk about the situation with Sadat X and all of that. Let's go.
Friday. Oh man, it's December 27th. Shouts out to my nephew Marquise. Happy birthday, nephew. Love you, kid. My birthday is tomorrow. You know what I mean? Saturday the 28th. You know what I mean? Good big goat day. He'll be in, but I want to talk about Sadat X. So Sadat X is one of the founding members of Brand Nubian. You know what I mean? A hip hop group that I grew up listening to.
Now let's just do this real quick too. Let's not make no mistake. I'm not in the business of trying to make my brothers look bad or ridicule or none of that for anything outside of exposing the actual facts. I don't know Graham. I mean, I don't know Sadat X. So the reason why I'm doing is it's not personal on that level. But when it comes to FBA, when it comes to hip hop as in our culture, we got to defend it, even against those who are a part of it, right? And what I will say is that we can't let up. We got to keep our foot on the net. And that means anybody and everybody, FBA, non-FBA, don't matter. You say anything in opposition, man, what you got the right to do, right? Not telling you not to say it. Just saying what's going to happen as a result, right? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not even talking about anything physical. I'm not talking about any physical confrontation or none of that. Lucy, what's up with you, baby? Happy New Year to you. You know? So don't get this twisted, man. This ain't a lambast my brother Sadat because I'm trying to get some views and clicks and all that crazy stuff, man. We keeping it 100. We holding our brother accountable. At the same time, we're going to pay homage to him for being a founding member of legendary hip-hop collective, Brand Nubian, and being a legendary MC. Like we're not going to do that. We're not about to sit up here and act like Sadat X ain't Sadat X. You feel me? Enough respect to Sadat X, but at the same time, we gotta hold our brother accountable. We gotta put his feet to the fire, Jack. When you're speaking like how he has been lately, which is his right to do so, but and I'm speaking on this from many certain aspects, man. And one of them is just because somebody at one point in time was a legendary pioneer in this beautiful thing that we call hip hop, that doesn't mean that all these years later that he has that passion for it. I ain't even gonna say like he once had. I'm gonna say like he probably never really did have. See, some people, it's just a business. It's just work, right? But like I say, you know, I give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, I sit up there and do my due diligence before I sit up here and make a video about something and don't have all the information, then I'll be looking silly, right? So shout out to our brother right here, man. My brother Wayno, man. Let's get his take, man. Let's go.
To Love Me or Leave Me Alone. They had so many records when I was a kid. But Sadat X posted himself, you know, working at a hospital today. And I really enjoy seeing some shit like this, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. But check out this clip right quick.
Why do I work here? Basically, it's just one of my hustles, yo. I'm here from 7 to 3. I'm certified. You know, I did go to school for it. I'm getting ready to get probably a surgical tech certification. Probably move to the OR. But you know, it got benefits. Fortunately, in rap, a lot of times there ain't no real benefits yet. I got a pension plan. That's gonna count in the long run at some point as I get older. You know, plus I'm here from 7 to 3. I'm back here by myself for the first 4 hours. I usually listen to the Star Report. You know, I like Star. I be having to turn it down low though, because sometimes people be complaining. I listen to my music. I write sometimes. From here, I go to the gym. That's 4 to 5 days a week. That's the discipline. You understand? There ain't no chairs back here, so I'm on my feet. I've seen a lot of people come back here and bounce at
So I thought that clip was beautiful. I thought that clip was beautiful. I thought that clip was honest.
Listen, man. There's nothing wrong with having a regular job. Nothing at all. And one thing we ain't never going to do over here at A Real Talk Podcast, A Real Talk Media, we're never going to ridicule, shame, lambast, make fun of, make jokes of, right? Anybody who has a job, whether they was up at one point or not, whether they're a legendary hip hop MC like Sadat X or whoever in between. The brother said he going for his surgical, whatever, operations, whatever licensures. Not to mention still rocking shows on the weekend. And I would never, ever knock Sadat X for that. You know, a lot of them dudes was getting screwed out of the contracts back in the day. You need, let me just get that out the way, right? Like I said, this ain't no bash, lambast, disrespect our brother Sadat, but we're going to hold his feet to the goddamn fire. We're going to hold accountable for the stuff he say for sure. Let's go.
And it led to me tweeting. I put up a tweet. It says, if that music ain't making no money, there's nothing wrong with having a job. Don't make you any less of a man or a woman. Do what you gotta. And the reason,
that's a fact. That's a fact. And we got to get out of that, man, as a people, man, trying to clown people just because they got a job. I mean, you really, like, how you making fun of somebody because they have a job? Like, that's crazy. So that X, I think, is what, 55, 56 years old, and nigga damn near 60. Right? And this is one of the only times I say I agree with this dude, Nori. When I agree with Slime. Listen, hip hop, as much money as have been generated, I think there should be if dudes is get too old, whatever the situation may be, to travel and tour, I believe it should be a hip hop pension. I'm not against that. So when brothers like SADAT X get a certain age, they just gonna be good. They get a hip hop retirement package. Right? So he ain't gotta be, but I mean, he's not that old. And like I said, he went to school for what the level of job he has now. He's going for a higher one. So, you know, only thing about me when it comes to man. You know, I don't really like going to the hospital, right? Right. But our brother SADAT X, man, right? You feel me? A hip hop pension plan, man. So where everybody who reaches a certain modicum of success, when you get your record deal, it should be part of your 360. Right? Should be part of that 360 deal. Right? Come on, man. And they sitting here trying to clown this, brother. See, that's what I'm not going to get into all of that. You feel me? My fault, y'all.
Situation. This is the last time I'm gonna speak on this part of the situation. As far as this thing, why I'm not speaking on this Jamal Joe situation, Jamal gonna do what he do. You know, I know it, he know it, y'all know it. As for the Joe situation, now ask yourself, would you say that some of the stuff that you writing if he was standing next to you? If you can't say it next to him, this is the last time I'm gonna speak on this part of the situation. As far as this thing, why I'm not speaking on this Jamal Joe situation, Jamal gonna do what he do. You know, I know it, he know it, y'all know it. As for the Joe situation, now ask yourself, would you say that some of the stuff that you writing if he was standing next to you? If you can't say it next to him, why write it? This is the last time I'm gonna speak on this part of the situation.
Right.
As far as this thing, why I'm not speaking on this Jamal Joe situation, Jamal gonna do what he do. You know, I know it, he know.
Right. Now let me bring that back up real quick though, because hold on, SADAT. Hold on, bro. Let me just. I mean, because this is true to an extent, but this only apply to these silly ass fuck dudes. They don't apply to no real ones, man. Real ones don't give a damn about none of that stuff you just said. For real, for real. That shit ain't hitting up on nothing, John. Let's go.
Yourself, would you say that some of the stuff that you writing if he was standing next to you?
Right. Now I gotta agree with Sadat on this to an extent, right? And this is something that I periodically touch on over here at A-Real Talk. And in 2025, we're really going to be focusing on this right here, right? The famous quote goes from Mike Tyson: social media has made people okay with talking shit and not getting punched in their fucking faces for it. End quote. Shout out to Iron Mike Tyson, right? So I respect my brother Sadat's freedom of speech, his freedom of thought, his freedom to express it, and have his own thoughts. Right? I love all of that. You feel me? It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a truly beautiful thing. But when you listen to this though, man, right? I kind of agree with Sadat to an extent. A lot of y'all dudes on the internet, I'll just be carousing and I'll be watching and I'll be looking and I'm observing and I'm taking notes and just watching. Like Sadat ain't lying, right? The natural instinct, especially us men, especially us. But the truth of the matter is Sadat's telling the truth. This whole thing with throwing rocks and hiding your hands on social engineering has gotten out of hand. Oh, but there's more, and there's two sides to every blade, right? Especially when it's a double-edged sword. Now, a lot of you people, period, specifically people on the internet, right, clearly don't know who Fat Joe is if you thinking anything other than, a stand-up guy. Right? Nah, but this, nobody's like fearing Fat Joe, right? Now, although I agree with him that it's probably some of y'all, a lot of y'all, who, if y'all ever came across Fat Joe, you most definitely not have no smoke for him. And I don't see why you would, as far as like having a conversation with him, right? If you bout it, you bout it. But ain't nobody worried about old Joseph Cartagena, man. It's a lot of us who would say what we saying right to his goddamn face. See, like a brother like me would tell a culture vulture, right, thieving person like Joseph Cartagena to his face, whatever it is I would say to him. Because, one, I wouldn't be disrespectful, right? See, I'm in control of the language and my thoughts, so I don't have to jot down notes and nothing like that. I mean, I could go off the top of the dome with it, man. Right? Nobody's worried about Fat Joe. Nobody's going to do their homework on who Fat Joe is. To be quite frank with you, Fat Joe ain't got no juice nowhere. Not even in the Bronx where he's from. Right? He's not a threat at all, as we see what's happening to him. Right? So I agree with Sadat and I don't to an extent. Right? Let's go. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Crazy stuff out here, Jack. Crazy. Telling you, man, it's getting wilder, man. It's only gonna get more wild. It's not letting up. Right? Not hitting tethers. Let's go. The channel Raw TV. Go subscribe to them right now, man. Right? The Germany. Right? Ain't nobody worried about this dude, Fat Joe, man. SADAT, man, talking about some if he was in his face. Man, man, Fat Joe ain't nobody outside of the Bronx. Right? Nobody bars who Joseph Cartagena is. Right? I'm just saying, y'all just put some things in perspective for y'all, man. You gotta think about it. Now, I'm not upset or mad that he's allegedly defending Fat Joe or supporting him in what he's saying, right? But as far as him saying he bet nobody would say this to if he was standing next to you, that's another situation right there, right? That's something different, right? So SADAT been making the rounds, of course, right? Let's go.
Top 15 to 20 hip hop groups in music history.
See, we pay a homage to our brethren and sister who have success with true talent. And it's crazy that SADAT is going around like this, though, man.
Brand Nubian was making classics when I was in middle school. Brand Nubian is one of the few rap groups in history, if not the only rap group, who could make a club banger that had a positive message behind it.
That's a fact.
Everybody else, when they make club bangers, they got to talk about killing people or big booty hoes or getting high. Brand Nubian made you dance with a positive message behind it. They were the only group, one of the only groups in history who could do that. Which is why they might be the most underrated rap group in history.
Oh, definitely one of them. Sure.
Which is why they didn't get the same recognition or radio play as other rap groups because their message was positive.
Positive message.
Now, with that being said, I really didn't want to make this video. First of all, I'll start off by saying this. Shout out to my nigga Lord Jamar. He's on code and he's on point.
Shout out to Lord Jamar. Right? Shout out to our brother Lord Jamar. He's on code and he is on point. Shout out to that brother, man. I love and support everything Lord Jamar is doing. And the rest of us with a voice and critical thinking behind our opinions that can break down this stuff need to be following suit and supporting not only our brother Jamar, but each other as well. We need to protect our culture, man, or they're going to take it from us. They're going to steal it from us. And that, but I mean by any means necessary, and from any and everybody, even those who are FBA. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Let's go.
Bring it to these tethers and bring it to lying ass Fat Joe, who wanna go around lying about the origins of hip hop. Salute to you, Lord Jamar. Use my nigga. Now on to SADAT X. Now don't get me wrong, SADAT X is a legend. This video in no way, shape, or form is disrespecting SADAT X. I grew up on SADAT X. He's a legend.
Flat out.
But at the same time, he crossed the line, and I had to let the FBA Nation what's going on with SADAT X these past few days. Now, we all know what's been going on between the legend Lord Jamar and the fraud Fat Joe. So people have been going to Lord Jamar's bandmate SADAT X, asking him to chime in on the Lord Jamar Fat Joe situation. So he took to Twitter and let the foundational family, the FBA Nation, knows exactly how he feels about this situation. This video's fair use and wrote a footage.
In my comments in different sections. So SADAT, you haven't said anything. How do you weigh in on the origins of hip hop or this situation with this rapper saying that? Listen, once and for all, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Right. Let's stop it right there. Right. That's issue number one I got with you, SADAT. Being a founding member of legendary hip hop trio Brand Nubian, I find it very disturbing, right, that you of all people would say you don't give a fuck. In essence, saying, and this is not me putting words in SADAT's mouth, this is me speaking on what I think he was really saying, right? What I hear him saying, right? I hear him saying, fuck hip hop. We don't own the business structure anyway. I did that back in the day. I still eat off of it now. Notice the word I'm using, I still eat off of it now. You can't cancel me. I'm not, hey, listen, I'm not with that canceling shit. Hold on, let me come up real quick. I'm not with that canceling shit. You know, calling people's jobs, getting them fired, calling people sponsor, telling them not to sponsor them, or, I mean, I just ain't with all that. That's too much like some police shit to me. You know, we ain't got to try to stop nobody from getting no money or nothing like that. We just don't give them our support in any shape, form, or fashion. We don't have to censor anybody. We don't have to cancel anybody. We just won't support them. Right? And that's how we show our canceling them. Ain't nobody about to be, man, I ain't about to be calling nobody's nothing. Talking about some, yeah, man, you know, SADAT X said that crazy stuff about my people, man. If y'all don't drop that concert he got, man, nah, bruh. And I don't want to hear none of that. Well, other groups do it. Let them do that police ass shit. Right? That got the spirit of snitching all over it. Man, just don't support people. Don't go to their shows. Don't tell nobody else to not go to their shows. Come to that conclusion on your own. And we can stand as a unified front as FBA and are not supporting people who don't pay homage, even if they come from amongst our own. Right? I had to say that, man. Let's go. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page.
You understand what I'm saying? I got my square, and as long as nothing comes in my square, y'all niggas could have civil war on the outside. You understand? Some of the niggas can't be in it, okay, but then some niggas look like.
Right, and see, that's what I'm saying. Talking about brothers can have civil war. I hold you to a higher standard, Sadat. I'm expecting you, Sadat X, being a member of Brand Nubian. I'm expecting you to have something to say about this whole thing. I'm expecting you to be in full defense of it, much like our brother Lord Jamar, being that he's one of your bandmates. But as we see, first thing out this brother's mouth is, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's what he said. And I just be saying, man, like, we got to hold each other accountable, man. Right? This is the stuff we can't allow, man. We got to call Sadat X out on this. We got to put his feet to the fire behind this. What you mean you don't give a fuck about none of that shit? What, you don't give a fuck about hip-hop? That's what you're saying? I personally think that Sadat X should give a fuck about hip-hop and what's currently going on with the present usurpation of our culture happening right in our faces, and we having a hard time having the OGs like Sadat X speak out against this, no matter what the consequences may be. Right? And just because, now, like I say, pay attention to let's finish watching the video. Let's go. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page. Let's go.
Straight up bitches, B. No, this shit. No, that shit. No, this. Look like a fucking bunch of bitches, B. That's why I said, don't ask me about that shit again, B. I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Now every grown man has their own opinions.
When asked about the current situation with the FBA and Latinos helping create hip-hop 50-50, you know, my man, you know, so you got to think about that, man. You really got to sit up there and think about that, man. Right? We got Sadat X from Brand Nubian making the rounds, talking all this crazy stuff. Talking about some, he don't care, he don't give a fuck. Right? Remember, I tell you, you got to box cleverly with your language on here. Certain stuff you can say, you just got to box cleverly with your language. Right? Right? Man, this is wild, man. You know?
Canceled in this because I gave them a. Hey, I'm back with one last post. You know,
shout out to the
I went
Dirty
at it
Dozen,
on
man.
X today, boy. We went at it. Woo, we went at it. I want to thank the dudes that stuck with me because I gave them a voice today. Like, not for nothing, man. Like, you know, like niggas were saying I was canceled and this. What grown man tells another grown man he's canceled? Like, I would feel like such a lame, hey, you're canceled.
Yeah, man, that's sassy as hell. That's very feminine behavior. And it falls in line with what I just said about censorship. See, they want us to censor ourselves so they don't have to. All they got to do is set the places, the system and structure in place that we will adhere to. Hence, Newspeak and Newthink out of 1984 by George Orwell. Right? Let's go, man.
Nah, B. Not today, B. .x is a whole different bird. And all that shit you talk about, I'm canceled and I don't know this and unsubscribe this and you're not following me. Like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck. Because, see, I don't want y'all niggas following me. That's the thing. I don't want y'all following me. I'll take the, and look down the timeline. I could understand if it was just me by myself. It's a bunch of niggas was like, yo, X, niggas is on some bullshit. So I spoke for them today. And see, the thing is, all y'all can do is just be mad. That's all you can do. Can't touch me. You understand? You can be mad and say this and that, but in reality, I won. Let me get my victory today, man. Let me have the belt today. What it was a heavyweight fight, and the underdog won. The underdog, somebody that you didn't expect, I won. You know, you can't cancel me. It's too many niggas. My jacket is too long to get canceled. I got too many songs, this and that. And if y'all niggas don't want to buy my shit, that's cool, because I don't want y'all niggas buy.
3 hours later.
All right, people. I'm in my room. I got to set up the room. See, I set up the room and get the chemicals going, make sure the machines is right. Looks pretty right. They left it a little sloppy, but it'll do. It'll do. As you see, it ain't no chairs back here. Decon don't have no chair. Plus, I think may have to train somebody today. So it is what it is. Man, last night, man.
Imagine showing up to work. Imagine showing up to work and a nigga training you as SADAT X from Brand Nubian. Let's go, man. Once again, never in life ever will I clown anybody, ridicule anybody, try to make a joke fun of anybody, shame anybody because they have a job. So we ain't doing that over here. Brother said he's going to go get his certifications and his degrees, and he's going for a higher position in the OR role. SADAT X is 56 years old. So, you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't think so personally either. Right? Let's go.
I was on X, you know. I don't really go on X. The memes, I don't use that, but the nigga was putting up 2 and 3 memes. Now, in my mind, I'm like, yo, if your father's still alive, or if he's going, picture him looking down at you doing all that. Oh, I'm gonna do this. This is a funny one. and you posting that. Like, that's a level of Trumpism to me. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's Trumpism. Like, ladies, would you want a dude? Imagine if the dude had a wife or girlfriend and she was laying next to him and he's his fingers is moving so fast. Remember on Good Times when the white boy was adding shit up with Florida? He was like, I'm 32 plus 54, and the whole shit blew up, bang. That's what the nigga looked like. That's Trump. That's the niggas. That's the soldiers you want. Niggas like that. And as far as being a soldier, Brand Nubian, we was doing shit when they
12 sleepless hours later.
Yo, I was going on my comments and there's this big chick in the video and she said I was broke. I said, Ma, you see every day I post from work. How am I broke? I said, you're fat. You look like a sandwich bag filled with Jello. And you got the nerve to be saying something. That was light. I could have killed you. I didn't even want to do that to your confidence like that. But the reality is you're fat and sloppy. Come on, man.
Hey, man. I ain't about to get into all of that, man. All of that, SADAT X and his teeth and all that. For one, it's just corny. It's just corny. You know? Two, I mean, it's irrelevant to the subject at hand, right? And like I said, I'm never on here bashing my brother, telling him he's sucker. It's up for the collective to decide if SADAT X is a traitor, right? I don't think so. I don't think he's a traitor. Well, I do think that SADAT X is kind of corny for real, kind of lame for real, for saying fuck all of that. You know, sound like he was in a bit of an emotional state because, you know, SADAT X doesn't get, you know, he's not really popular and relevant today, especially he really has very little to no internet, you know, identity. He ain't got no type of clout or anything like that on social engineering, right? I don't even think he got his own YouTube page. You know? Oh, yes, he does. SADAT X. Oh, it's a music page. Right? It's a music page that he got, but I don't want that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really want to hear no SADAT X music. Not that I'm not a fan, not that I don't appreciate. I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to see him really nothing he got to say, to be honest with y'all. That's no disrespect whatsoever. Right? Let's go.
I run with them niggas and I don't give a fuck. If I never meet new friends, why do I care? How old I am, why would I give a fuck? A tether, this, that, what that means? So I can't fly on planes now? I can't do shows? I can't do this because I'm a tether? Eat the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can't cancel me because there's already too many niggas that love me. I don't know Joe's situation and I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about me. You can't cancel me, niggas. Now what? Now what? Hold that. See, on this X shit, like niggas is like, I'm not gonna just be arguing with niggas, man, over shit like that. I got a whole enough shit to do. And it's enough of y'all niggas doing this shit. Well, y'all go do it. I did my shit. I did shit for 20, 30 years. I'm still here. I'm a general now. Y'all niggas be the soldiers. You know? But to hear some of the niggas, like, one dude said, unsubscribed. Niggas, like, I give a fuck about you unsubscribing from me. You know how big shit that's that one dude said, from hero to zero in a couple of seconds. Nigga. Whoever said that, I hope you ain't got no sons. For them to hear you say, from hero to zero. It's like you said, the other dude said, unsubscribe. I'm going to take my ball and go home. I don't give a fuck. You understand all that shit? Listen, I'll be in Brooklyn Saturday. This Saturday coming up. Anybody feel type of way, come on through, yo. We can talk about it or do whatever, son. Like, but I'm not gonna just be arguing with niggas. Like, no, to me, that's some bitch shit. That's what bitches do. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for this award. I'm a little emotional. You know, they came at me all day. They said I was using the ER on nigga. They called me a tether. Oh, God, they did all types of shit. But you know what? We still came home with the gold. Fuck them fuck boys. We fought them with the help of me and my followers and backed them niggas the fuck up. And you know why? Because it was followers on my side too. So all them niggas can eat whatever the fuck they want to eat. Baby, we bringing the gold home, bitch niggas. Hey, I'm back with one last post. You know, I went at it on X today, boy. We went at it. Woo.
Yeah, so that X been going in, making the rounds and all of that. I think what happened, all the tether talk and people saying foreigners had to come over here and leech off of us makes it I feel some kind of way and he snapped. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's all that is, man. You feel me? You know? You know, man, it's a wild situation. Right? Right? Now let's play this video.
Right. So there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a loony bin. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
So there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a loony bin. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light.
Yeah, man. Fat Joe, man. If you think about it, Tariq FBA and content creator been saying the cosplaying thing for years, so niggas like busting them showed they true cut. They did, and I'm glad they did. And this is the reason why we can't let up. This is the reason 2025 and beyond, we gotta go hard, man. Pause. No letting up. Letting these people know every day. Anybody say anything, man, we letting your ass have it. Now, as far as SADAT X goes, though, that's our brother. And he really didn't say anything crazy. Right? I don't respect that he basically said fuck hip hop. And yes, SADAT, this is what I'm surmising from what you said. I'm not saying this is what you were saying as far as this is what you was thinking. I'm saying this is what I think that you were saying. Right? This is the way I think about it. Right? Because if I'm not mistaken, SADAT X's people, I mean, but this is what I be saying, y'all. If your mom and your dad is from anywhere in the Caribbean, right? Like I said, your mother and your dad, if they're from the Caribbean collectively, then that makes you Caribbean. Even if at one point y'all was staying there, but y'all came over here to America and you basically was raised over here in America, that doesn't make you a foundational Black American. What makes you a foundational Black American means that you didn't come from a foreign land. You can trace your family's generations right here in America back 500, 600, 700 some years, maybe more. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of us, most of us were already here. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page. Most of us were already here. Flat out. I'm gonna sit up here and drop the link for y'all, and then y'all want to come up on this New Year's Eve and spit your game, talk your hit. 2024, man, we going in, man. We ain't having none of the disrespect going in 2025, man. We checking all disrespect, all disloyalty, anything that seemed funny style or fugazi. We checking that shit at the door, man. Whether you FBA, whoever else you may be, we ain't going. If anybody, listen here, and I mean this, my brothers and sisters, y'all can take this however you want to take this, because this don't necessarily have to be a negative thing, right? If anybody, right? If anybody, and I do mean anybody, right, is going to capitalize off of our perceived and or actual trauma, who better to do it than us? That's why I say I'm going on the other people's platform, lambasting your brother. You come lambast your brother on my show. I know that sounds crazy, but we lambast our own. We don't need to be getting into kiki and she-fooing goddamn it last sessions with other people who don't give a damn about us. In the process, all they want to do is make some money off of some dysfunction. I'm saying if anybody gonna make money off of our dysfunction, it should be us. On all levels. Right? Think about that. Right? Sage Mo, what happened, man?
Yeah, man. I want to say, well, Happy New Year's. You know, on this calendar they got to you and everybody. I guess that's in the chat or watching in the clouds. Yeah, there's watching in the clouds. Man. I don't know. Can you still hear me, or did I drop off?
No, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, man. I wanted to because I was listening to my OG. He got a channel and he was because I forgot Joe said his name mean jealous one's envy, man. And he made a little analogy off of that. But I can take it back to the beginning of this year, man. When Cat Williams made that announcement, and I don't know whether he was allowed to do that, man. I never knew it would come to this level, man. I would have never imagined this, because now you got people. Because the whole time, man, I ain't learned until this year that Buster was not from around these parts.
Right.
I ain't even know Luke wasn't from here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, Luke got the, you know, I think he was boasting for Camilla. I don't know if he didn't know no better. You know what I mean? As a shorty, you know what I mean? You hear as a freak nigga, if you caught a video or something, but you know what I mean? Was he sent to do that? You know what I mean? And what's the state of mind of those freaknik babies that was produced from back then? I guess that's another story, man. But yeah, man, I gotta cancel most of these niggas, man. And just like a lot of the old heads saying, man, we gotta find out it got to the point where if they ain't FBA, it's hard to say, man. I ain't buying nothing from you.
Right.
Only people that you really got to buy something for, until we get people that get those positions to where they can supply us with, pretty much is the white people, because it started off black and white anyway. Now what happens is, you know, you got the people from islanders and across seas and all that, and across the border, they've been coming through here, and a lot of them we didn't even know. We thought they was niggas, man. They hid their identity, didn't say you Buster, none of them niggas, man. Ain't nan one of them niggas say nothing. You gotta see a profile like, man, I ain't know you was, you know, Caribbean. I ain't know they was Jamaican. And then the thing about, I already knew for like a little few years now that, you know, most of the Mexicans, Puerto Ricans we see ain't really them. You know what I mean? They keep the dark ones hid in little spots like that. You know, like the Afro Mexicans, they keep them way south of Mexico. They don't even let them come here, dog, like that. And then to find out that
vote and recognize them on the census like 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, but then I didn't know. Then look, here go the fucked up part. On how it go. Most of the Mexicans you meet that, like, we was growing up, or where you was, you know, you up there 43, but we was growing up with, most of them niggas had, they call their grandma like abuelas or something. Most of them had black grandmas that they don't even fuck with.
Right.
Like they hate the shit. Like, you know, some of them on the low. You know, I'm pretty sure, you know, more than half of them on the low, they, you know, they send some money back there. That's your motherfucking grandma. But they don't be, you know, claiming that shit, man. I'm looking at the whole, you know, these last few months, especially, you know, motherfuckers like Buster and all them. And I'm surprised at Fat Joe, man. I mean, Fat Joe was never no album I buy. He wasn't never in my top 10, 15, 25, 100, none of that MCs.
Right.
But on certain tracks, it was good that, you know, that, okay, you be like, okay, Joe bringing out a nigga. I never thought it'll get to this point where he's saying that kind of bullshit he's saying, man. And remember, man, the Year of the Dragon, that don't end until the end of January, like January 20th or something. So it's still some more shit that's supposed to be coming out. This ain't the end of it, just because it's the new year. This ain't the end, man. You still got a couple more weeks.
Surface, man.
You said what? You said what, Virgil?
I said we just getting started.
Oh yeah, and then now you coming into this, man. It's like it seemed like it's still the same year, even though with all this stuff, because now everybody got to look back at all that's going on, you know, human trafficking and all that, man. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on, dog. Like at one time, and it seems like what I think they want people to do, and you'll see it on the on some of the content creators. Like I like how you and this other content creators, like y'all don't stick on like one thing. You know what I mean? Like just keep on, like, you know, like you see them content creators, all they do is talk about Jaguar, right, for like 3 or 4 hours every day. You know what I mean? At least you know what I mean? At least you put it like on you know, you put your CD on shuffle, you know what I mean? Yeah, so with all the stuff, man, like I said,
The
man, you
reason
gotta
why
keep
I
it up.
do that, Sage Motor, and the reason why I do that is, like I say, I understand what the unintelligent artificial intelligence is. So, and I know that it's, you know what I mean, how it's operating the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ever be in no square, no box, no algorithm. You know what I'm saying? I want the unintelligent artificial intelligence, when it come across my content, I want it to see and recognize, like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
And you know what, with the algorithm, I think they at the point when they seen how much power people had, they at the point where they letting the people decide what play they finna run. Cause I don't even think if motherfuckers wouldn't have been talking about Jay-Z all over social media, I don't even think he would have been got to this point. When you talk about an algorithm, you know what I mean? And then just like, you know what I mean, but there's power to the people though, man, because it's the people on the media that got Drake canceled pretty much. Got Diddy at least locked up. I don't know what's gonna happen in the end, but you know what I mean. I think also when people they put out all this stuff, I don't think nothing really is pretty much a distraction. It's just like it is what it is, but they want people to, you know, this is another way they split everybody up, because you got people that just talk about Diddy, been talking about even with the drones and this Fat Joe shit. They still talking about Diddy, and they ain't even at least threw that in there and mention that. But you got to look at all of it, because with the Diddy and them shit and Jay-Z shit, that brings us to, you know, trafficking. You know what I mean? You just can't be like, oh yeah, he just a sick motherfucker. That's what they were saying. All them niggas gay laughing. Then when they start talking about kids, it was an eye opener. Then they start talking about other shit. You know what I mean? And with the Fat Joe thing, it's an eye opener, because it's like, when you think about it, we ain't never really seen. I don't know, because you said I don't know if you had some time out on the West. You said you had some time out on the West, Virgil.
What you mean?
Like the West Coast.
Nah, not at all.
Okay, but you seen that it was spreaded. Did niggas ever wear their glasses in the back of their head?
Out this way?
Anyway.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've seen it, but it wasn't like something we did. It wasn't like a thing. It wasn't like everybody was doing it.
Yeah, man, I seen that.
I mean, I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm not gonna hurt like I've never seen somebody do that, because I have, but it wasn't a thing. It wasn't like a popular thing. It wasn't like wearing your hat to the back. It wasn't like wearing one pant leg up. It wasn't like 3 cuts in your eyebrow or nothing like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out what did we out of any of them, what did we copy off of abroad, dog? That's the question, because it seemed like they can just cosplay us, and then and you seen how they was trying to make us like all other countries. Remember when they start making Red Bones the thing and all that? And it seemed like they was trying to lighten up everybody up here, but that didn't really work. So a lot of them niggas, a lot of the people that was foreigners, like Puerto Ricans and you know what I mean, they'd come over here dressed like us, use the slang, and then they'll get like little passes and all that, but they'll blend in with us. But come to find out, they families was kind of they like they moms and pops and grandparents and all them people was racist towards black people because they was racist before they got here against the black versions of them. So it'd be a lot of stuff that you heard, but now this year make it be like, okay, now you be like, dang, I remember that. Somebody told me that, or I remember that incident. Then it all come back to remembrance. That's what I'm saying, man. It's not only just exposure. It's like, okay, what them people was talking about was true, man. So you know what I mean? So I'm just looking and then on like my social media, my Facebook and all that, I ain't heard none of my people that, you know, I went to school with or whatever. I ain't heard none of my Mexican or Puerto Rican or Jamaican or none of them friends comment on none of this for the last few months. Matter of fact, I ain't even seen them comment on anything I post, even if it ain't related to this. They ain't make no like or nothing. I ain't heard nothing from them. I'm like, I know all you niggas ain't dead.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm finna go back down to the chat, man. All I gotta say is keep up. Hope you know what time is. Yeah, hope you know do. I don't know how.
I'm about to get up off of here for real. I just wanted to come chop it with y'all real quick about
Yeah,
man. We'll go ahead and finish what you were saying though, brother.
yeah. No, I was just finna go down to the chat, man. I could have left with my mom. My mom came through, dropped me off a plate. You know, they still do them. They still got to do them black eyed beans, the black eyed peas. Yeah.
Sausage with the sauerkraut and all that crazy shit.
Well, no, she don't do no sauerkraut, but it was like, you know what I mean. It was a nice little plate for old time's sake, man. Stuff I'm gonna leave alone. Somebody said, "Quit messing with them birds." Don't mess with the birds for the 2025. You know what I mean? Turkey and chicken and all that. Leave that alone.
Yeah, I'm
But
about to do I was gonna do a little something tomorrow on that, man. You know, they buying at the last minute, trying to hit us with a mandatory vaccination, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna
man.
be. And then remember, they still got that Sears that's supposed to come. That Sears thing that's kind of like COVID on steroids or whatever, man. So it's some stuff to look forward to, man. I mean, and then when people start saying that, like I think like 2-3 days before that, I bought a big ass bag of chicken, man. Ate that shit. It was good in a mug, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, should I fry these last pieces and then be like, okay, I'm done now? Or what should, how, you know what I mean? I don't know what to do. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a trip, man. I think people just need to stay, you know, knowledged up, man. It's a time since we out of the believe and we into the I know. You gotta, you know what I mean, just research your material, I guess, man. Keep it true to yourself. But yeah, man, it's nice hollering at you, Verge, man. I'm gonna drop down to that chat, man. Let you, you know, wrap it on up how you do it.
Brother. Anytime, you more than welcome to come up anytime I drop the link, brother.
All right.
Enjoy your new year, man. Have a happy new year too, brother.
Yep.
Alrighty. Shout out to my brother Sage Mo in the building. You dig? Hey, listen here, man. It is what it is, man. Right? And like I said, I didn't come up here to lambast my brother Sadat or ridicule or shame or talk shit about my brother. We gonna hold our brother accountable though. You know what I'm saying? And as far like I said, when it comes to the whole canceling thing, this is just me personally. I'm not. That's too much. It's too much like police shit for me. But you know, if somebody disrespect FBA, you know they don't deserve to get no support. Now, am I going to call for other people to not support them? No. You know, not for the sake of just getting them canceled. Hold on, real quick, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. I had to answer a phone call real quick. But yeah, though, you know, that's just me. I don't do censorship in any way over here in my life, my ideology. I don't believe in censoring. I don't believe in canceling. I don't believe in getting people's books taken off the shelf, shows canceled, appearances canceled, losing their job. I don't support none of that shit. I'm for freedom of speech. I want everybody to say what it is that they have to say, and we'll discover it or we'll discuss it after the point of delivery. But I also don't agree on it's just certain I don't agree on. I don't think we have to cancel anybody. We just don't have to support. We don't have to call for no boycotts or nothing like that. We just want support. When I say calling for bumming, like getting like groups of people that, nah, man, that's too much like the spirit of snitching for me, man. Just don't support it. That's all. If it's F us, it's F y'all, flat out. And how we show up is we just don't show no support. We ain't got to call for nobody to cancel Fat Joe. We just don't support Fat Joe and do it collectively. We ain't got to go rallying about, hey, man, cancel him, calling sponsors. Hey, man, he disrespected us. Cancel, you fire him, or you get no more support from us. No. Right? We don't have to do any of that. We just don't support. Right? And Fat Joe's going through it right now. He's feeling it. He's going through the crucible right now. He realizing he made a mistake, or does he care? Was he paid to do this? Is he being made to do this? Saying this when he know it's not true. I don't believe that Fat Joe really believes this. I don't believe it. I don't believe that Fat Joe is a stupid, dumb, white boy, Latino. I don't believe that. I believe he's been put up to this. I believe there is an agenda at foot, and Fat Joe is caught all up in it. I believe he's being made to do this. Or else. Fat Joe is old enough to know that, and not even old enough, he's wise enough. He's been around because he's from New York. He knows that Latinos didn't help create hip hop 50-50. He has to know that. Now, I don't insult intelligence over here. I don't assume that Fat Joe doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't assume that he doesn't know that his people had nothing to do. I assume or think that he does know that. He knows that if he don't know nothing else. And I believe and can prove, and I know that Fat Joe, Joseph Carter Jr. has been put up to do this. He's connected to big wigs. He got too many sponsors, people who are connected to. So I just find it hard to accept that he just don't know the history and he really thinks and believes. Because, I mean, you got to understand this, man. Fat Joe is a businessman, very successful at that. To sit here and say that he truly wholeheartedly believes, accepts, knows, and can prove that Latinos, specifically Puerto Ricans out of New York, Bronx to be exact, helped create 50-50, this thing we know and love called hip hop. And you mean to tell me he has provided not one iota of evidence? Nothing to support anything he's saying. He ain't got no, man, listen, man. This is why I say, man, it's a big psyop going here, man. It's a huge psyop going on here. And at the same time, they're trying to usurp our culture from us. They're trying to gaslight us in the truest form of gaslighting and making us think that we having some type of mental issues, like we didn't create hip hop by ourselves, like we don't know our history, like we don't know our like we don't do our due diligence, like we can't connect the dots, like we can't go on YouTube right now and type in the Jubilaires and see the Jubilaires spitting rhymes to beats back in the 50s. This is what I'm talking about. This is why it's important for us to go hard. This is why it's important for us to put the foot on their neck. We ain't letting up. Anybody talking about y'all tripping, y'all being divisive, fuck them. Even if they is amongst us, fuck them. Gotta do dudes digitally, mentally, like how Harriet Tubman allegedly did niggas back in the day when they refused to go along with the plan. Like how allegedly Nathaniel Turner did when niggas was acting like they wasn't trying to go with the plan. We have to do that digitally. We have to do that holographically, right? With words, with foot on the neck pressure, due diligence, exposing of the actual facts through research and history, due diligence, dot connecting. Do you think Joe and Sadat was put up to say what they said for some cash? Because to think about it, this was out of Sadat character. He working as a hip hop legend seems like exactly, says Mo. Now, I don't think, especially when it comes to Fat Joe. Now, when I say for cash, yeah, at the end, because you know but at the end of the day, man, when it comes to Fat Joe, especially, and I'm going to assume Sadat X. So that was just conjecture for me. That wasn't so much about Sadat X because they have lots of people come on the platform. This was more so a focus on this guy, Juan Epstein. Who is this guy? Right? But I just think that Sadat kind of missed me with the saying he don't give a fuck. I took that as him saying he don't give a fuck about hip hop. If you don't feel that hip hop is valuable enough, you don't feel like our culture, our history is valuable enough to want to defend it as being a pioneer, a part of a legendary crew, that makes me lose respect for you. Once again, and this is why the young brethren don't respect elders and they don't respect the cultures either. Why should the youth give a fuck about the culture where clearly some of our pioneers don't? That nigga Sadat said he don't give a fuck about none of this shit, man. But who knows? It could all be, and most possibly potentially is, a huge psyop. I mean, it could be argued, says Mo. That's how I feel about stuff. It could be argued. I don't really get into, too much conjecture, right? But it's a possibility. It could be argued. The thing is, what is the end game with this agenda, right? What is the end game with this agenda of making people believe that hip hop was created by half Black folks from America, foundational Black Americans, and Puerto Rican Latinos? Like, why? Why? Remember when I told y'all about Black liberation movement, Latin liberation movement, all deriving from liberation theology, which is really communistic theology out of Russia? Both groups have been exposed and indoctrinated by anti-Black ideology, whether they realize it or not. Right? I think Sadat just said something because people saying something about him being a tether. Plus, after what he said, what you think the people was going to say? The best thing to do as an OG or pioneer in hip hop right now, if you want to remain neutral, if you want to sit up there and not speak on it and be cool and fall back for whatever reason that is, the best thing to do is if anybody pulls tight on you, just say, I have no comment and I'm going to stay away from that. Don't be going on these platforms, non-Black platforms, non-FBA platforms, ran by the U's, the small hats, This what makes me look at you funny, SADAT X. You could have went on anybody's platform and had the discussion. Why? I mean, he wasn't necessarily discussing this, right? But going on these people's platforms, discussing our culture. Why they capitalize off of it. I'm open, man. Listen, going into 2025, we got to stop that, y'all. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. And what we're going to do is, as we bang up out of here, 2024, going into 2029, we're going to bang the hot new banger from our brother Lord Jamar, the first ever FBA official song, right? Hold on, as I know I heard it earlier, man. Am I bugging? Right? Oh, he ain't dropped it yet? Oh, here we go. No, this ain't it. Somebody had to go to Lord Jamar's show. He just did. Shout out to our brother Lord Jamar. Go subscribe to his page. Let's get him up to 1 million subs, man. FBA every day, all day.
Address the elephant in the room.
Let's go.
Let's address the elephant in the room. As you assess such an elegant tune.
Y'all enjoy y'all's rest of y'all 2024. Drink safely, responsibly. Stay y'all ass in the house. And we gonna keep on the neck. FBA.
Shout out Americans and Jamaicans. I know you think I'm hating, but you had no influence in creation of this hip hop. Your participation was tip top, but Black Americans showed you how to rip shop. Have you forgot that we taught you how to dress? Back then, coming out looking like a mess. Y'all were dumbing out. Tank tops made a mess. Shoes clunky. We showed you how to get funky fresh. Amongst the best. We helped you learn the language, so at school you wouldn't flunk the test. Let's address the elephant in the room. The elements came from Bam, the man grooms. Breaking just another dance that came from the culture. Don't be like the other man and act like a vulture. All day, influences, FBA. I'll say it's true, right to this day. As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. The elephant. You assess such an elegant tune. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, the sun isn't 93 million miles away. If it was, then why is it dark in space? The sun and moon are right here in the atmosphere. It's clear. It's that information that these bastards fear. I send an invitation to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Want to debate him because I feel that his ass lying. How is the fly defying gravity? If it's holding down the ocean, that's a ridiculous notion. The water always finds its level. It can't curve on a ball, but y'all to have the nerve and the gall to call me a flat earther, like I'm a bad person. Shit is sad when I see the ignorance worsen. And I know this doesn't jive with the lessons, but I will always be a 5 to my essence. I think it's time we address it. Renew our Quran, what we need to do, word is born. As you assess such an elegant tune. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. The elephant. You assess such an elegant tune. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Hey.